Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I Love You Packages, where I share with you all things to help improve your marriage. And in today's video, I just wanted to share with you some weekly check-in questions that you can ask your spouse. It is very important to do check-ins with your spouse, whether you do it on a monthly basis, a yearly basis, a daily basis, a weekly basis. Did I say that already? I don't know. But it's just so important to do check-ins with your spouse. Me personally, I don't think that it's good to go at least a week without checking in with your spouse. I don't think you have to check in on a daily basis, but it's, whatever works for you in your marriage is good for you. That's what you do. But me personally, I like the weekend check-ins. It just gives you something to look forward to in your marriage. When on Friday you sit down with your spouse and at dinner, that might be your dinner date, and you can just ask these questions. So I'm going to share with you 7 questions that I have that you can ask your spouse when you're checking in on a weekly basis, or whenever I think these are based on weeks. Like I said, I like weekly basis, weekly check-ins. So number 1 is, what can I help you with next week or tomorrow? Right? What can I help you with next week? Or what can I help you with tomorrow? You always want to lend that helping hand, right? So you want to give him the opportunity, him or her, because you can use these questions for your wife as well. You want to give them the opportunity to let you know how you can help them, right? Number 2, is there anything that you need from me? Like, how cool is that? I love when my husband asks me, is there anything that you need from me? Because there may be some things that you need from them, and you don't want to always initiate and act. So it's great if you know that if they're in tune and they're thinking about you, and and they ask you, is there anything that you need from me? Because then you can go ahead and just share what you need, right? Number 3, what did God reveal to you about yourself, or what did you realize about yourself that you need to work on? Now you're getting real personal, right? And when I asked my husband that one, I said, if you don't mind sharing with me, because sometimes, quite frankly, it's just not none of your business, right? They may not want to share with you something like that. It might be just too personal. But you can always ask, right? What did God reveal to you about yourself? Or what did you realize about yourself that you need to work on? I like to talk about things that I realize that I need to work on, because it just helps me to grow. It just helps me to talk it out, and just go over what it was that I actually heard from the Lord, or what I actually heard about my own self, because we should also be self-reflecting, right? Every day we should self-reflect. So that's a good question to ask, get personal. Number 4, how can we have more pleasant days together? What an awesome question, right? How can we make our time together more enjoyable? And now you both have the opportunity to share. Like, that's an opportunity to share some things that you may want to do or haven't done yet as a couple. You could share. How can we make our times together more pleasant? That's a good question. These are weekly check-ins, remember? Number 5, what is something that I could have done better this week? What is something that I could have done better this week? Um, that's a good question, right? Uh, this is all self development. We should always be working on ourselves and making ourselves better, just like we should always be working on our marriages and making our marriages better. So, what is something that I could have done better this week? Sometimes we don't want to hear it, but it is so good to hear it. It is so good to hear it, so that we can go higher and move to the next level, right? Number 6, how did I help you this week? That is a great question, because sometimes we think that we're helping, and then when we ask them how I helped them, how I helped you this week, they don't even mention that. And if you bring it up, they'll be like, oh, that really wasn't a big deal. So now oh, I don't have to do that anymore, right? You know, it's like you're going straight to the source, asking them and finding out from them how you can help. How did you help them this week? You want to hear a good report. You want to know what you did. Um, that's encouraging, right? And last but not least, number 7 is tell me something that you like about me. If you can't tell, I'm an my love language is affirmations, words of encouragement. I love to hear good things about myself, praises about what I've done. I love to hear that. So that's why a lot of my questions are affirmations related. So tell me something you like about me. I don't know. It just helps me to grow. It helps me to feel good. I get more confidence in my marriage. I get more confidence in myself. I know that I'm doing something right or wrong. You know, it just helps me. It helps me to grow. And so I like to hear good things. A lot of times we like to share the bad things with our spouse more than we share the good. Of course, the bad things are helpful and they're needed as well, but we also need to be encouraged and inspired and built up, right? So that we can continue to do those good things. So always encourage your spouse. Always share something good with your spouse, okay? And maybe that'll be my next video I'll talk about. But yes, those are the 7 weekly check-in questions. I really, really hope that they were helpful for you and your spouse. And if you want to hear more in simple and effective ways to how simple and effective ways on how to um, in, make your marriage better, don't forget to subscribe and also check out our His and Her To-Do List Marriage Challenge journals, and the link will be in the description box. And don't forget to like this video if it was helpful. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.